out here in the mountains of West Virginia. So now I'm on this road that's like barely wide enough for 2 cars. Oh, this is crazy. It's an interesting route, that's for sure. It's pretty though. Super, super pretty. Okay, I had to stop and show this to you guys. This is crazy. So this is this road I'm on. It goes down this little creek. Super cool. And then, yeah, there's a little teeny road. Oh wait, here comes somebody. Well, you can probably see not a whole lot of room. Back at Zimmerman Marine in Matthews, Virginia, it was time to tackle the long list of boat projects. Some of those projects were things that needed to be fixed that we had found while cruising, and others were improvements we wanted to make to the boat. Okay, 2 more jobs done. Bridge deck, support beam member, caulk was really bad, starting to peel out, so got all the old caulk out and rebeaded new caulk in. So that's looking pretty good. It was time for a break and dinner with the crew of Tangent. Oh look, it's a hammer and a stick. What am I doing with a hammer and a stick, you ask? Well, working on the toilet, of course. Yeah, this was supposed to be a simple replacement of that motor because our motor was dead, but guess what? Part of the motor got stuck inside the toilet. So, had to pull off the bottom, and now I'm going to try to hammer out that stuck part. Nothing's ever easy on a boat project, or quick. Alright, here's the end result. Toilet is back together, and look at this. Put a little water in here, and oh, flushes. Woo! Ah, that's a good job done. One of the more significant projects was our engine overhaul project. Our engines had some corrosion on them and also were leaking oil. So the best way to approach this problem was to have the engines pulled out and brought into the shop where they could have the leaky seals replaced, be degreased, have corrosion removed, and be repainted. Poor engine. You can see some bad corrosion down in there. More corrosion up here. Alright, here's the starboard engine. This one was leaking oil pretty bad. So, got some corrosion back here. On the sides here, not horrible. Towards the top, got some corrosion there. Yeah. A lot of nice fun corrosion in there. So yeah, get her cleaned up. Back in. After replacing the leaky seals, a thorough cleaning, degreasing, and repainting, the engines looked incredible. I, for one, was very happy to have this project done. Hey guys, decided to show you what we're up to. That's Igor up there. Hey! Wait for the camera. No, don't wave. Never mind. Sorry. And yeah, video actually. There's us over there. Was it logic? All right, here's another project. It is replacing seals on the refrigerator and freezer. As you can see, the seals are getting a little nasty and tired. And the problem that we were running into in the freezer is that anything at the front of the freezer up here is not freezing. Only things in the back would freeze. But We swapped out the freezer seal, that fixed that problem, and now we're gonna do the same for the seal on the fridge. It was time to tackle refinishing our generator, which needed some rust removal too, both on the panels and then a little bit on the engine itself as well. It is time to paint the generator. As you can see, there are some missing paint from the frame, and then the generator itself, this was all previous paint that peeled off, so I've oxfoot it. Now I'm going to prime it and paint it, and then that will be much better. And since the generator panels have been redone, it should be look a whole lot better when I'm done. Generator is all painted up. Got the cage bars painted. Front of the engine is painted. So she is looking pretty good. Ready to put the panels back on and do a little service, and she'll be ready to go. And then one other thing we're going to do to the generator is replace the impeller. It's time. Been about a year, so it's time for a new one. Generator is back together with the freshly painted panels, all the rust removed. And she looks good. Yes, sir. That was a lot of hard work, but man, that looks a lot better. All right, here is the next project. These batteries need to be properly flush mounted, and then I'm going to set up a bus bar system for them versus them being jumpered together. We'll have bus bars kind of up on that back wall to bring all the batteries to the bus bars. So here we go. Okay guys, after much deliberation and labor, this is a new battery base. So it is a sheet of marine plywood that is kind of fit to go around those dividers that separate the battery and or battery bank or batteries in the bank, and then kind of like go all the way around. A little hard to see with the batteries in here, but the idea was to have that in place so the batteries would fit properly. And getting close to finishing up wiring the new bus bars, and got some jumper cables ready here to go, and my hat. So hopefully soon we'll get this wrapped up 3 or 4 days later. Alright, so the battery project is going pretty well. Got the new bus bars in, positive and negative with shunt between the batteries and load. Put in a new Class T fuse to the house, new battery switch, and covering up the terminals right now because I don't like leaving those terminals uncovered. So we gotta do that. Gotta put the covers on the bus bars, and gotta mount these on some starboard, and that's about it. So we're getting close to being done with this. Huge upgrade for our electrical system on the 12 volt side. So yeah, good stuff. Long project, but almost done. Alright, here's the next project. Over there you will see our starboard Dolphin seat. And over here you will see that there isn't one because this bolt right here was leaking. So what I did is I pulled off the Dolphin seat, cleaned up all the fasteners, and like you can see here, and I'm using butyl tape on the fasteners here, and then all the fittings on the deck also have butyl tape on them, which should form a watertight seal. So we're gonna go ahead and take the Dolphin seat, put her back in, and hope that it seals out the water. Here's our finished product, rebedded Dolphin seat. So we gotta kind of let the butyl tape set up a little bit, and then we'll trim that back and hopefully have a successful leak test. Okay, here's another project. Our bowsprit is connected to the boat via these pad eyes, which, as you can see, there's a little bit of rust under them. So we just pulled the pad eyes off, and yep, they definitely need to be cleaned up and rebedded. You can see all the rust on the pad eye and here on the hull. So time for a little rebedding action, and same for the other side over there. So next project is to rebed these guys so we can get the bowsprit back in service for the code 0. Here is the cleaned surface and back of the pad. So we are just about ready to rebed and reapply everything. Looking so much better than it was before. All right, here are the finished pad eyes, or as Sky on Tangent would say, my pad ties. So nice and sealed all the way around the sides from the sealant squeezing out underneath and then up around the bolt heads. So much better than previous. Another big improvement to the boat was our helm enclosure, which would give us some protection in windy, cold, or rainy weather.